Hey guys, how you doing? Welcome to another edition of the Plant Spot. It's been a while since I've introduced myself, so for those of you that are new, my name is Justa, and we talk about plants. Today's featured plant is a Hoya Kerrii. She needs no introduction because she's super popular around the holidays. So if you like this type of content, stick around. Alright guys, as I mentioned in the intro, today we're going to talk about the Hoya Kerrii. This plant is super popular around Valentine's Day. You guys forgive me. I'm catching myself with these ums. It was brought to my attention that I say that a lot, and I guess it's just so that I can gather my thoughts. I'm working on it. I promise. During Valentine's Day, we see single leaf cuttings of this plant. It's typically just the leaf. These plants, when you see them in the stores like that around Valentine's Day, they don't typically grow a plant. It's just a rooted leaf. In order for it to be a plant, there has to be a node. Sometimes you luck out and you do happen to purchase one that has a node, and with time, you have a 50% chance that you'll actually get a full plant. This plant is actually native to Southeast Asia, and it was discovered by a botanist named Arthur Francis George Kerr. That's a mouthful right there. These plants, in my experience, are super slow growing. I bought this plant back in February of 2023. When I got her, she was about yay tall. She lived in the kitchen and did absolutely nothing. She didn't grow. She didn't die, but she just wouldn't grow. And I'm going to smile. Every time I say that, I'm going to smile. But we'll get past this. They're super slow growing in my experience, and it really depends on the conditions. What I found for this particular Kerrii in my home was that when she was in the kitchen, she was getting light from a western window, but I don't think that light was enough for her. Once we put this plant room together and I got my first cabinet, I transitioned her there. In that location in the cabinet, she's getting, I guess you could call what's direct light, and it helps her flourish. These plants grow much better when they get bright and direct light. They can tolerate a little bit of sun, but you have to be careful with that as well because it could potentially scorch your leaves. Let me refer back to some of my notes here because there were some things that I really wanted to talk about. As I had mentioned, it was super slow to grow. When I got my first vine, which is this one that you see that I have wrapped around the trellis, it took, I would say, almost a good year before she actually put that vine out. And for the longest, it was just a vine, no leaves, no nothing. We are tempted to cut those, but what we have to understand is that with Hoyas, they grow weird. You know, they typically put out the vine first and it's a tangled mess, and then eventually over time they start to give us leaves. So as I had mentioned, when I got her, she was down here somewhere and she put out this long vine. It took forever to get this leaf and the next ones, and as you can see, she's got one leaf that she just put out here. It's my understanding that they can take up to 2 to 3 years to actually bloom, and considering that I guess you could buy a full mature plant, but in my experience, I like buying small plants because I feel like they have a better chance to acclimate to my conditions and grow in my environment. As far as watering goes, the Kerrii has thick leaves. They're succulent type. They store water in the leaves, so they're prone to root rot. If you water them too often, you risk the chance of them developing root rot. This plant was in its original container for over a year. I think I repotted this plant maybe 3-4 months ago, and I really didn't go up but maybe 2 inches in the size from the size that she was originally in. And what I did notice when I repotted her is that the root system is super small. She has very fine, delicate roots, and they are prone to root rot. So putting them in something that's way too big could potentially lead to overwatering. And since we're on the subject of overwatering, I've seen posts and people comment that their Hoya Kerries are, the leaves are bent or they curl in. When you see that happen, it could be a couple of different things. It could be because you're underwatering her. It could be overwatering, and it could be temperature shock. So they don't like to be moved around a lot. So if you have them in, let's say for instance, a bright sunny window, and one day you decide, well, I don't want her here and I want to put her there, and the temperature fluctuates, she's going to let you know. And again, when I say that it could be overwatering or underwatering, if it's underwatering, your leaves will typically just curl or get wrinkled or just not look right. That is typically underwatering. But if you see that your leaves are starting to yellow or they start to get mushy around the stems, then chances are you're overwatering. So I say all this to say you have to assess your conditions and your habits as far as caring for the plant. It could be a bunch of different things that can cause her to act a little weird and not grow. And typically when she doesn't grow, it's because of the conditions. Either she's not getting enough light, which for this plant is super important. This particular Hoya does like that bright and direct light. My husband looked at me because I did it again. My bad, y'all. As far as the care and the soil, I've seen these Hoyas being sold in what I consider to be something a little dense, like that heavy soil. And just based on the roots that I showed you, these plants need to be in something that's a little bit airy. They are kind of sort of like epiphytes, even though they are kind of succulent-like. So my recommendation would be if you use potting soil, that's fine, but you need to amend that with something, whether it's perlite, orchid bark, you could use some charcoal. Just make a mix that feels right to you, that will allow these plants to actually breathe. If their roots don't have the room to move and grow, and the water doesn't drain, again, it leads to root rot. And fertilization. So I read that you should only fertilize these during the growing season, and typically I fertilize my plants with every watering. Now, this one is a little weird because obviously if it's not growing, then it's not using the fertilization. But because when you have them growing in artificial conditions, like in a greenhouse or in your cabinet, and they get light all year round, they don't really realize that it's not summer, that it's not spring. As far as they're concerned, they're in the tropics, right? And they're growing all the time. So for this particular plant and its conditions, I fertilize with every watering. They do like a little bit of humidity, and I do not run a humidifier in the cabinet, and I have not run a humidifier in this room for quite some time. But like most Hoyas, they do benefit from some humidity, and I do know that they do prefer a warmer climate. So the ambient temperature in your home should be between 60 and 80. And to me, that means that if you're comfortable, they're comfortable. As far as repotting, as I mentioned, I didn't repot this plant until almost a year after having it. And chances are it probably won't get repotted for another couple of years. In my experience, at least with this particular Hoya or this Kerrii, and it's the only one I have, I think that it benefits from being just slightly root bound. I'm not a fan of having them totally root bound so that they can flower. I do believe that the roots do need room to grow in order for the plant to grow. But in this case, because this plant is such a slow grower, I don't foresee having to repot this for another year or so unless she has a growth spurt and busts out the pot, which I sincerely doubt. For propagations, now I had mentioned that during Valentine's Day you'll find these single leaf cuttings, and chances are that those will never develop into a plant. However, if you wanted to propagate your Kerrii, my suggestion would be from a stem cutting. So in this example, this particular plant, if you look at the leading stem here, I would potentially cut this about here. She's got roots already protruding from her stem. That has a very good chance of being a successful propagation. Now, me personally, I prefer to propagate my Hoyas in sphagnum moss, in water, or in the medium that I'm going to use. And by that I mean I'll take and I'll make a little mix of cocoa husk, some orchid bark, a little bit of perlite, some little pieces of spag, and then I'll put that in there. And I'll put it someplace where it's going to get some bright light, not strong light, just bright light, and I make sure to keep it moist. Within a couple of weeks or so, you should start to see some roots. And this will happen whichever method you choose to propagate in, they root fairly quickly. As far as household pests, now the Hoya Kerrii isn't really one of those that's prone to a lot of pests, but they can get mealybugs, aphids, scale, all of those things that we just hate and don't want to deal with. The chances of her getting those type of pest infestations typically happen from another plant that already has a situation going on. So if you've got a plant that's already sick and has bugs on it, nothing's going to stop it from visiting your Hoya Kerrii. So preventive measures are always good. Just recently, all of the plants in the plant room got treated. This week, actually, they all got watered and everybody got treated. I did use Captain Jack's. I did see some tiny itty bitty black bugs on one of my plants, and it didn't really look like an amphid, but why take a chance, right? So everybody got treated with something. So, as I mentioned, the Kerrii can be slow to grow, but if you've had her for a long time and you're noticing that she's not growing at all, it's time to do some things. One, you should be looking at the conditions that you have her in. Is she getting enough light? That's number one, because without enough light, she won't grow. Two, are you watering her enough? And by that I mean during the summer, chances are you'll have to water her more often, or are you overwatering her? That could be another possibility. Check your roots. If the roots don't look good, then maybe it's time to take a propagation just to make sure that you don't lose the entire plant. The conditions in which you try to grow her in will tell you whether she's going to prosper or not. For a long time, I didn't think this Kerrii was going to do anything, and it was due to the conditions that I was growing her in. The west window, the kitchen, just wasn't suitable for her. She enjoys this particular environment where she's getting more light, and she's contained within the cabinet where she's getting a little bit more humidity, and I think she appreciates that. I'll just give you a smile because I did it again. What I do like about the Hoya Kerrii is the fact that it is slow growing. With the volume of plants that I have in the plant room, I do appreciate one plant that doesn't grow as quickly. This one makes me smile because just recently I noticed this humongous leaf. I never knew that she could put out a leaf this large. It amazes me what plants can do when you give them the right environment. Now, would I recommend this plant? Absolutely. with one condition. If you're looking for something that's going to give you instant gratification and is going to put out a new leaf every couple of weeks, then this is not the plant for you. If you like a plant that will wow you every once in a while, now, see how I said that? Every once in a while, then this is a good plant. If you have a lot of them and you want something that grows slow and that you can appreciate, I recommend this plant highly. Is it easy to care for? Absolutely. Once you get a routine down and you understand what she needs, she's not a difficult plant to maintain. But she is slow growing. So there's no instant gratification. It is all about the patience. And that's with all Hoyas. I believe that is all I wanted to tell you about the Hoya Kerrii today. I want to thank you all for visiting us. I want to thank all of my subscribers for leaving me all those beautiful comments. At the end of the day, it's because of you that we continue to do this. So don't forget, like, subscribe, and share. Share with a friend. They might enjoy it. Talk to you real soon. Bye.